You might think these pretty purple flowers are beautiful, but if you see them in your lawn, it's a bad sign. This common weed will quickly take over your lawn if you let it. In this video, I will show you how to treat your yard for this common weed and many other types of weeds yourself. I treat my lawn for weeds myself, and as you can see, my fescue lawn is in great shape. My neighbor's lawn, however, Bill, is overrun with a variety of weeds. The most plentiful weed in his yard, as you can see, is wild violets. The wild violets have spread over his entire yard. Wild violets are easy to identify by their heart-shaped leaves and pretty purple flowers. But wild violets are a tricky weed to control. They can be tricky to control because they spread above ground via seeds and below ground via a rhizome system. It's important to kill wild violets down to the roots to get proper control of wild violets. The hard part is trying to kill wild violets without damaging your lawn, but I will show you how easy it is to do that for yourself. Choosing the right herbicide to purchase for this job is important. You need to learn how to kill weeds in your yard without damaging your grass. Most of them from the big box stores aren't very effective in killing wild violets and other weeds. This is because they are super diluted, which means you're paying too much for the active ingredient. The best herbicide for killing and controlling wild violets is Triclopyr. Triclopyr is a systemic herbicide that is commonly used for controlling broadleaf weeds, woody plants, and brush species. It controls broadleaf weeds like wild violets without harming grasses. It can be applied as a spray and is typically most effective when applied in fall or spring. Triclopyr is also great for controlling clover, creeping Charlie, and ground ivy, and many other common broadleaf weeds and woody plants. I'll put a link to this product in the video description and comments below. My neighbor also has several large patches of clover and other various weeds that he's dealing with. So I'm going to pair the Triclopyr with 2,4-D, which is another selective herbicide. 2,4-D is effective in targeting and eliminating various types of broadleaf weeds, including dandelions, thistle, clover, and many others. I'll put a link to this product in the video description and comments below. I purchased large, concentrated 1-gallon bottles of both Triclopyr and 2,4-D for treating my lawn for weeds. The upfront cost is a little more, but in the long run, this is the most cost-effective way to purchase the chemicals. Especially if you have a large yard or are planning on doing your own weed control, these bottles will last for several years of treatments. If you only have a small area you're treating or don't want to purchase that much, Crossbow is another great option. It is a combination of Triclopyr and 2,4-D, just like the herbicide mix I'm going to use. The 2,4-D component of Crossbow herbicide targets broadleaf weeds, while Triclopyr is effective against woody plants and brush species. I'll put a link to this product in the video description and comments below. I'm using a hose-end sprayer to treat the entire yard. Hose-end sprayers are super cheap and an easy way to apply herbicides to large areas. This one I bought online has a super convenient quick-release hose nozzle that attaches to your hose. That way you can quickly refill as needed without making a mess or turning off your water supply. It also has 3 spray pattern options for a solid stream, a fan, or a cone pattern. It makes applying the herbicide to your entire lawn quick and easy. You can also adjust the dial on the sprayer to control the application rate of the chemical. I'll put a link to this product in the video description and comments below. When making this spray for my yard, I mix the 2,4-D and Triclopyr at a 2-to-1 ratio, using twice as much 2,4-D as Triclopyr. So if you add in 12 ounces of 2,4-D, you would add in 6 ounces of Triclopyr. The secret to getting the most out of any herbicide application is to also include a surfactant with your mix. So I'm also adding in a little bit of surfactant as well. Surfactants allow for more even spreading, improved weed penetration, rain fastness, and adhesion, all which help with the effectiveness of the herbicide. Without it, your herbicide won't stick or be as effective. I'll put a link to this product in the video description and comments below. I'm applying the herbicide mix at a rate of 1 ounce herbicide per 1 gallon of water. You do this by adjusting the dial on the sprayer. It's super quick and easy to apply the herbicide to the entire yard quickly with the hose-end sprayer. It's important to note that the herbicides may also harm desirable plants nearby. It's recommended to consult a professional or carefully read the label instructions before using any herbicides. Triclopyr is safe for most cool season grasses like fescue, bluegrass, and ryegrass, but it should be avoided in grasses such as Bahia grass, bent grass, Bermuda grass, centipede grass, St. Augustine grass, or zoysia grass. But Triclopyr is also a great way to suppress Bermuda grass and fescue lawns if desired. As mentioned previously, it's always important to follow the instructions on the herbicide label. So now let's take a look at the results. Before the application, there aren't any bare spots as the wild violets have completely taken over the yard. After just 1 week, we can see quite a bit of bare ground starting to form. The wild violets are no longer a deep green. They have turned yellow or a much lighter green, and you can see they are obviously beginning to die off. The clover is completely toast, as you can see here. This is the clover before up against the retaining wall as compared to just after 1 week. You can see how well the application is working to control the weeds and kill the clover. So on the left is the wild violets before and the wild violets just after 1 week on the right. And again, here on the left is the clover before, and then on the right the clover after just 1 week. After 2 weeks, you can see the clover is almost completely gone and there are bare spots all around where it once was. Most of the wild violet has disappeared as well, and what's left is yellowed out and dying. After 3 weeks, we can now see the fescue is starting to take over where the clover once was and is starting to fill in. If anything is left after a couple more weeks, I may spot spray with a pump sprayer to finish it off. But the treatment has obviously done its job in killing wild violets and the other weeds in his yard. Of course, the herbicides used in this video are for post-emergent application or to kill weeds that are already in your yard. If you want to prevent the weeds from growing in the first place, the best way is to apply a quality pre-emergent weed control like Barricade before they get a chance to spread and take over. Barricade is one of the best pre-emergents out there for this. Barricade can be bought online in 18 and 40 pound bags and is the pre-emergent I use on my lawn. I'll put a link to this product in the video description and comments below. If you liked this video and it helped you take care of your wild violets or other weeds in your yard, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel for more helpful videos just like this one.